Okay, I am live on YouTube as well. So if you guys ever want the recording to this YouTube video, you can check out my YouTube channel. It's Jenna Lee or whatnot. It's super easy to find. Hello. Hi, YouTubers. Comment below if you are here with me today. This is an exciting one. So as you know, I have been super invested in teaching you guys how to have a sold out 5-figure launch. And the reason that I'm so passionate about this, and literally you can't get me to shut up about it, is because having one really good sold out coaching launch literally changed the game for me in my coaching business. So last year, some of you don't know this. I actually haven't talked about this. I'm going to share my story more on Instagram and on TikTok about this because I realized I haven't really talked about this a lot. So I actually have had this coaching business for almost 3 full years. So a lot of you know that I talk about being a classroom teacher and then switching to Outschool, and I replaced my teaching income on Outschool, and I was an online teacher for a few years. And a lot of you know that, right? But a lot of you don't know that I started my coaching business. I literally started selling my very first course in my coaching business the year I started teaching online. The summer of the year I started teaching online. So I started it actually almost at the same time. So it's been 2.5 years. And for almost 2 full years, I struggled to scale my coaching business to my goal, which at the time was 3 to 5K months, right? So I struggled for that long. I wasn't signing on clients. I wasn't making consistent sales. Most of the time, I was making 1 sale a month, 2 sales a month. My course launches and my membership launches were not that big. And the other thing, you guys, is that I thought that launching a course, launching a membership would be the best thing that I could do because I thought that that meant that more people would join because it was low cost. Let me know in the comments if you've ever, if that's you. Say me in the comment if that's you. So I opened this course and this membership, and I sold 16 of the course. I had 16 students in my highest launch of my course, which was about enough to pay my rent, maybe pay my rent once to this apartment. And I also had launched my membership, which I actually had about 20 members sign up the first launch of my membership. And my membership at the time was $25. So 20 times 25, I can't even do the math. It was even less than my course launch. And I was super frustrated because this whole time I was posting every single day on TikTok. You guys can scroll back to my TikTok videos from 2.5 years ago, and you will see me doing super cringy, pointy dance thingies and singing Justin Bieber songs on my TikTok. But the point is that I was posting, and I was posting for my ideal client, but I wasn't able to reach my goal of actually going full-time in my coaching business. And part of that, you guys, was because I didn't think it was possible. I thought that building a coaching business that was sustainable, that was almost like a salary with recurring income months, was not possible unless you were working at it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I thought that in my mind. But then I started finding these coaches on TikTok. Oh, it got blurry. On TikTok, on Instagram, I started finding these coaches. And they were saying that they were selling out coaching programs and they only had a handful of clients. And they were able to impact their lives because they were giving closer value. They were able to go more in depth with their clients. And because they were also able to charge higher prices, so that allowed them to have recurring income months so that it was basically like their teaching income or their salary. And I was like, something clicked, right? Something clicked. And I was like, something in me, like I knew that I needed to launch a coaching program. And maybe you're at that point right now. I knew that I needed to launch Anna. I knew that I needed to launch a group coaching or not a group, but a coaching program that was higher ticket. Okay. And I was nervous AF. Like I was really scared because as a teacher, as a classroom teacher, and a lot of you probably are classroom teachers, right? Or even as an online teacher, I was thinking to myself, I have been charging $25 a month for this membership. Does it seriously make sense for me to do anything $1,000 or over? Like, are teachers actually going to buy this thing? Like, are my humans actually going to buy this thing? Like, this feels like a stretch. But here's the thing. I did it anyway. I did it anyway, and I didn't know, you guys. I didn't know if it would sell. I didn't know anything, okay? But I did myself. I did invest in mentors in the past, and the first mentor that I ever invested in was I think she was $1,200. And then at the time that I actually launched this high ticket coaching program, I had invested in another mentor, and she was $5,000. So I was paying about $833 a month. So I kind of figured, well, I'm paying $833 a month, right? So obviously, if I'm paying that, there's going to be people out there that are going to be able to afford this, right? Like if I'm able to afford it, they're going to be able to afford it. So obviously, you guys, I'm not saying like all of your offers should be high ticket. I am not saying that. Please don't get me wrong. I am not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that if your goal is to, let's say, replace your teaching income or replace your 9-to-5 income, scale to 5K months at least, it makes the most sense for you to first focus on a high ticket coaching program, launch that, sell it out. If you don't sell it out, launch it again right after and sell it out. And that is going to allow you to relax and focus on creating content and focus on your family and focus on your life. And the reason why is because it's going to bring in consistent, at least 3 to 5K income per month, cash per month for the next 6 to 8 months in your business. That is the beauty and the power of launching a higher ticket option, which is literally why on TikTok, you're going to see me talk about this a lot. On Instagram, I've been talking about this for like the last year because this literally changed my life. So I still have the Limitless membership, which is incredible. And if you guys are like wanting my sales strategies for Instagram, for TikTok, wanting to know how to convert your followers into clients, wanting to know how to sign on a high ticket client, wanting to know what types of content to create to save you time, but to also convert those followers into paying clients, Limitless membership is a great place for you to start. It's $49 a month. It doesn't have access to me, but it's $49 a month and it has access to all of my strategy. But what I'm saying is that I don't just have the Limitless membership now. So now my followers have tons of options. They can sign up with the Limitless membership. I know that Anna was talking about, we were on a coaching call and she said she likes options. Some people, they like options. Some people in your audience are going to want to sign up to work closer with you. A lot of my clients, like actually a lot of people think, oh my gosh, no one is ever going to want to work one-to-one with me, but that's not true. A lot of my clients are literally, like even clients right now, have gotten DMs. They've never marketed coaching. They've gotten DMs from one of their followers that say, do you offer coaching? One of my clients right now, just because we've been working on selling more in her content, she doesn't have a coaching program yet, but because we've been working on selling in her content, and the different types of content to sell, she has gotten 2 DMs, 2 messages saying, do you coach privately? Like she hasn't even advertised private coaching yet. She's going to in December, but she hasn't advertised this yet in her business. So some people actually want to work one-to-one with you. Some people actually want to work in a small group coaching program. Liv says people love one-to-one coaching. That's so true. Like that was the first thing that I wanted to do as a new online coach. I wanted to do one-to-one coaching because I knew that I was going to get the best value, right? I was going to get all the access from my one-to-one mentor. And I wanted that. And now I prefer both, but I prefer more like a group coaching setting now because I like to kind of feed off of the entire group, right? So some people are going to prefer that. Some people are going to prefer one-to-one. Some people are going to prefer the membership. Some people are going to prefer a course. Some people are going to prefer a one-time program that they maybe like a one-time resource that they can just grab and go, right? So the goal for you is to provide those options, but with a big booty. Make sure that you're launching the program that makes the most sense for your goals. So if your goal is to replace your teaching income, replace your 9-to-5 income, go to, I know, right? Go to 5K months. Thanks, Liv. Scale to 5K months at least. A one-to-one coaching program should be the first thing that you create and launch. Or if you have something already, that should be your next thing that you launch. And then what you'll do is you'll scale it into a group coaching program when you've gotten the methodology down. Okay? If you've launched a group coaching program before, go ahead and launch that again. And if it's had a few clients in it, good job. Go ahead and launch that again. Okay? So today, though, the main thing I wanted to talk about was why, like, let's say that and let me know in the chat if this is you. If you have gone to launch a one-to-one coaching program, a group coaching program, a mastermind, whatever it is, if you have gone to launch that and you've gotten maybe 1, 2, if you're lucky, 3 clients signing up, and you're kind of wondering, like you're thinking to yourself, what happened? I posted, I sold, I give a lot of value, right? You give a lot of value. And you're really racking your brain saying, what happened? Are people just not, is it not in demand? Was it the wrong time to launch it? Let me know in the chat if this is you. And the reason I ask you this is because I want to make sure that we're on the same page, that you're like, this actually is helpful to you. But basically, I was talking with a couple clients this week, and they said that they got like 3 clients in their last launch. They got 3 clients in their last launch. One of my clients, like I've had clients that get like 1 to 2 clients instead of 10, right? Instead of 10. So that's a big difference. So today I'm going to answer the question, and you feel free to ask me questions throughout this too. Today I'm going to answer the question, why is your launch flopping? And I'm going to help you with that, help you turn that around. Now, in this live, I can only cover so much. I'm going to give you lots of details. I'm going to give you lots of things you can do to turn this around, but I don't have enough time to take you through the 4-phase launch plan and also the launch specific content that's going to actually warm your audience up for the previous 8 weeks before you open the doors to the launch. I don't have enough time to do that today. So make sure you're signing up. Make sure you sign up to the masterclass that I'm putting on. It's completely free. I know that a couple teachers here are coming to the masterclass. It's in the link in my bio. And YouTube, I'm going to give that to you if I can find it here. Oh, here it is. I'm going to put that in the chat, YouTube. Make sure that you sign up to that. You can even sign up to that on this live and then could just come back. Because even if you're just signed up, you guys, you are going to get the replay. And I'm a type of teacher that I will literally show you visual examples of the content that you need to create for your 5-figure sold out launch. And I'm not even joking, you guys, 5-figure sold out launch. One of my clients this past summer had a 5-figure $10,000 cash launch, and she sold out to 10 teachers. Another one of my clients just launched her first group program, her very first group program, and she scaled her income within 8 weeks from $1,000 a month to $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month. That's insane. And she's actually doing a second wave of a launch, which I'll get into later, where you can like relaunch the same program within the next month and you can actually sell it out. But I can't get into that today. So come to the masterclass. Okay. So your launch might be flopping, and I'll just give you a couple things to look for here so that you can take away from this live and really implement this stuff, okay? Your launch might be flopping if you do not plan it out, like plan your content out specifically for the launch. So about like 4 to 8 weeks before your launch, before you open doors to your program, your group coaching program, whatever you're launching, your content needs to answer the question, why are you teaching this to them? How can you solve your audience's problems? So 8 weeks leading up to the launch, your content has to be answering the question, why you? Right? Why can you teach me this? What type of expert are you? So let's give some examples, right? Let's give some examples. I know that Liv was commenting here. If you are a French teacher, right? And you coach and teach French to other adults or other students, right? Maybe they're high schoolers, college, adults, whatever it is. Why are you the one to teach them French? You know what I'm saying? Why you? So in your content has to look like how I was able to learn French as someone who that was not my native language. Right? Or it can also you can also use some client case studies. So you can say how my client went from not knowing a single word in French or not being able to complete a sentence in French to being able to have a basic one-to-one conversation with someone completely in French. So you're answering the question, why are you the one to teach them what it is you're launching? Again, we're doing this way back. We're doing this like a good 4 weeks to 8 weeks before you open the doors to the program. Okay? Then your content also has to answer the question, and I would be simultaneously doing this in Instagram stories. So in your Instagram stories, you're kind of keeping the topics relatively the same. So like maybe your content piece would be how I was able to travel overseas to Quebec and speak in French and like learn and be able to meet new friends and the culture and all that stuff as someone who doesn't natively speak French. And then simultaneously in your Instagram stories, you'd be talking about similar things, right? So you'd be sharing your story about how you learned French. You'd be talking about some things that you learned how to do in a certain time frame and some things that your clients learned how to do from you. So that's answering the question, why you? Okay. The second question that you want to answer in a launch before you launch to warm your audience up, right, is what problem does your offer solve? There's only going to be 3 questions, you guys. What problem does your offer solve? Can you put it in the chat if you're here on live with us? I always like to do more like interactive. I always like to hear from you because sometimes you're not going to learn unless you can actually try it out, right? So if you don't mind, could you put it in the chat? What problem does your offer solve? If you're thinking about an offer, like you're not, it's not something you've launched yet, that's totally okay. But if you have an offer thought out and you are launching it, or you're currently in a launch, or you're about to launch something, no matter how big or small, put in the chat. What problem does your offer solve for your audience? So in my example, I'll just use me as an example. So I have an offer coming out. I'll just talk about my masterclass. So my masterclass, which I'm giving you all of this stuff, my masterclass solves a very important problem. It helps you to be able to not just have a sold out 5-figure launch, because we're going to fix your content. We're going to make sure that when you go to launch a program, you're actually able to make sales and fill it out. But you know what? I also want you to go deeper with this. What is the hidden problem? What is the hidden problem that it solves? So even though my masterclass it'll help you get a sold out launch, what's the hidden problem? It helps you to go full-time in your coaching business so you can actually find peace in your life. You can finally be free from the classroom. You can finally work from home. You can finally be able to spend quality time with your family. You can finally be able to travel the world while you're able to sign on clients and work from your phone. That's the hidden problem that we want, right? We want peace. So don't just answer the surface level, but also get to the bottom. Oh, I like Anna's here. So a lack of classroom engagement and lack of knowledge surrounding the best ed tech tools. Beautiful. So it's a lack of classroom engagement and a lack of knowledge surrounding the best ed tech tools. So the inner problem, right, is it takes them from chaos to calm, right? Like right now it's chaotic. The students aren't engaged. The teacher themselves, they're not excited for the lessons because they know the students aren't going to enjoy the lessons and they don't know what else to do, right? But your program, Anna, is going to take them from someone who's so chaotic, who doesn't know how to plan these lessons, who the students don't enjoy the lessons. So they're maybe chatty, they're maybe distracted. And so the teacher is actually not excited to teach, to someone who's excited to get to class, to someone who can be proud of their lessons and walk away from school feeling super grateful because a student came to her today and said, "Your class was the best class ever." That's the inner problem it solves, right? So your content and your IG stories, but mainly your content, needs to answer that question. What problem does your offer solve? Okay, this is actually really simple, right? This is actually really simple. But I'm giving you some food for thought. Liv says, offer allows to master basic grammar easily. Amazing, Liv. So that's the outer problem. And then the hidden problem is gain confidence and progress to understand. So they're going to gain confidence. Beautiful. They're going to gain confidence. I love that. And whenever you whenever you say engaging, confidence, happiness, make money, I want you to add a visual picture of what that looks like. So think about if you were to narrate the day to your dream client, what is a visual picture that engagement looks like in their classroom? The students are raising their hand, ready to answer the question. The students are coming in. They're excited. They're so excited that they're sitting in their seats by the time the bell rings. Right? or live for you, gain confidence. That's another word that we want to add a visual element to, right? So what does confidence look like? It looks like them coming to their French to be excited to go to a test, to be excited and say, I'm going to pass this test and not dread it. I love that. Beautiful. You guys are amazing. Okay. And then this is the last question, you guys. The last question. So again, if I can remember the actual question. Why are you the one to teach, right? These are the questions. Why are you the one to sell this offer? What's your expertise? What transformations have you gotten clients? If you don't have clients yet, that's okay. Just use your own expertise, okay? Your own transformations. 2 is, what problem does your offer solve? Okay, that's 2. That's okay. That's okay. Number 3, you can always watch the replay too. Number 3 is, why now? This one is the pinnacle. Okay. This one's really important. This one's what a lot of teacherpreneurs and online coaches get wrong. They forget this. Why now? Why is it important for your clients to sign up now versus 3 months from now? You know what I'm saying? Have you ever thought of this before? Why now? Can you answer this in your content? Why now? So I do a couple different posts for this, but basically I talk a lot about my own story, right? So one thing that I have found, that I just like even sent an email out today, is I talked about myself. I talked about when I did not have a mentor, right? When I did not have a mentor, I knew that there was something off with my content, with my sales. I knew that there was something off. And maybe some of you are feeling that same way right now. Anna said, Anna, girl, you stumped me there. See, I'm here to stump you, but I'm also here to help make your brain like understand this. So, basically I was like, something is off. But every time that I try a different strategy and I really try to sell my programs and I really try to create content that converts, it's not working. I know that there's something off, but I can't figure out what it is. And I share my own story. I just shared my own story with you at the beginning of this video. Full transparency, you guys, I'm selling in this live. Full transparency. I'm not like, I tell my clients to sell too. I'm selling in this live because selling is serving. At the beginning of this video, I said it took me 2 years to go full-time in my coaching business. Do you want that? No, right? You don't want that. So in a way, you guys, I was marketing. Why now? Why should you jump on getting a sold out launch now? Because you don't want to take 2 years to have consistent, sustainable income. You don't want to take 2 years to be able to not just pay your bills with your business, teacher business income, to not just pay your bills. Oh, someone signed up for the sold out launch masterclass, but to actually be able to pay for trips, to be able to pay for coffee drinks every day. Right? My husband and I, we just got our dream house today. And it's in this town that we never thought that we could afford. Never thought that we could afford the house. But because of my business and because I kept going and because of his job and that combination, we were able to get this dream house. That's answering the question, why now? For some of you, you are moms. Or maybe some of your clients are moms. Why now could be answering the question. That's why you see on Instagram and TikTok, you see all these videos where there's mom business owners and they're putting basically talking about how they get to have quality time with their kids before their kids go out of the house. That's answering the question, why now? Right? So if you can really think about, even just in your story, especially if your client is a past version of yourself, if you can really think about why you decided to jump on, tech in your classroom. Maybe it's because, Anna, they don't want to get burnt out. Maybe they truly do want to love teaching again, but they're going to get burnt out. And if they wait another year, who knows? Maybe they'll quit the classroom. Maybe it'll be too much for them, but they really love teaching, right? So that could be answering that question. Liv says, prepping for summer France experience. Yes. So if your like niche is a little bit more like someone who would love to travel, right? Love to travel to France and speak in the native language, then that's another thing. You could say, well, if you if you don't learn French right now, you're not going to be able to travel and not in a mean way, right? You could even use your own story, but you might not be able to travel. And then there's a certain time that you probably won't be able to travel as much when you're older. But this is the time in your 20s and your 30s. This is the time to travel, right? So just it's kind of funny, you guys. Selling and like making money online, you have to use a lot of critical thinking. And that's why I believe teachers specifically and mothers are so good at building these 6-figure, 7-figure businesses, because we have to use critical thinking, right? But don't forget that a business uses critical thinking just like a classroom uses critical thinking. So using critical thinking is going to save your butt and help you make more money. Okay, so those are the 3 questions. Again, why you? What is your expertise? Why you? What is your transformation? 2 is, what problem does your offer solve? And 3 is, why now? If you can answer those questions in your content, you are going to warm your audience up enough so that when you open the doors to your coaching program, when you open the doors to any program really, but today I'm just specifying on coaching, you are going to have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus clients sign up. Okay? But I am going to give you more of the strategy, like the 4 phases of the launch and the content to create with visual examples tomorrow night in the masterclass. So thank you so much for coming. And again, if you can't wait, if you're like, okay, I want to come to this masterclass, but I got to get my hands on her content trainings, her sales trainings, how she sells. I sign on clients every single week, you guys. I have been able to scale to 6 figures this year. And I give you all of that behind the scenes stuff, my content to save you time, sales processes for Instagram stories. If you're like, I don't know how the heck to sell on Instagram stories, I give you it all away inside the Limitless membership for literally only $49 a month. That's like, I have 5 days where I go to get coffee. That's like, how much is that? That's like almost $50. Like I spend $50 on coffee a week. You probably spend $50 on Starbucks a week. Yes, be there with yes, guys, bring your glass of wine, bring your your tea if that's what you want to drink. Whatever it is, bring it there. We're going to have a fun time. It's going to be a party. I'm going to share with you my story, but also I'm going to give you loads and loads and loads of tips that you can take away, okay? I want you all to have a sold out launch. We're all going to get there. We're going to replace our teaching income. We're going to be working from home. And if you're already working from home, you're going to be making more than just paying your bills. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time that this live was on. And if you sign up, you'll also catch the replay. So anyone signed up will also catch the replay. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. Yay. Have an amazing rest of your night. It's getting so dark here. Amazing. Live. So the next goal is 6 figures so that you can actually go on like 4 vacations a year, right? To France. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.